PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready, go!
Going to the air right away, Hooker. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Hooker to throw it. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go now.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Hooker. Throw caught by Raymond. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Now still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, On offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Pollard again. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. The Cowboys hit 3-0 here in the month of September. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run over.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
We're going to 54. Wide. What do you think?
Now Prescott. Targets land on the comebacker. Pass is complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Hey, Trav. Hey, check that. Street.
Hooker's going to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Third down and 1. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
We're going to 54 wire. 26.
Prescott now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Hold it ready.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now 2nd and 3. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here's Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go, 47.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, 47.
Prescott to throw it. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Ready.
A final shot before break. Hooker. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Lions, nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks. You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here. But that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a fourth down.
Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Off play action. Here's Hooker. He finds his man, complete. That's Vasquez. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Unlock Lions. Gotta be Lions.
Throwing. Hooker. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Hooker. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Okay, break.
Hooker to the air yet again. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He will push his way down to about the 14. And quickly, they get to the line. Looking to throw, Hooker. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Hooker to throw it. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Moody good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21, Lions 7. Jake Moody to kick off.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Prescott now from the 50. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to, says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
47.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Prescott now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, kill. Under.
Now Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Hooker. He finds his man, complete. It's Ingram. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Come on.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hooker. Right side to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A gain of 12. First down, Detroit.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down and 6 now. Here's Hooker. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So 4th quarter touchdown there. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Now Moody for the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Lions 14. Jake Moody to kick off.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Running right, it's Pollard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And even 100 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's a 2nd and 8. A give to Pollard, running left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's Pollard again. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Derek Barnes in on the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That's caught out wide by Cooks. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to run forward with Pollard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. He finds his man, complete. That's Ingram. And he'll have a quick 1st down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Check smash! Check smash! Go, Reed! Go!
Now Hooker. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Lions 21.
So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Dallas, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.